Hello, or I don't know, hi, world, I don't know. So today, this video is going to be about well, I should probably, this is for people who are feeling depressed, feeling down, feeling lost, feeling like they have no place to be, or not no place to be, but they feel like they don't have any place anywhere, like they feel like they don't belong, they feel depressed and all of that. This is just gonna be for people, just just how to be happy regardless as to what you're going through in life, to try not to be like me and overthink things a lot and putting yourself down because you've been put down. And yeah, so this is just gonna be for people that are are in similar stages and states in life, I guess. So how to be happy, how to not dwell in the past, how to not overthink and ponder on things that you can't control, how to not be so ego-minded and think that the whole entire world revolves around you, so it's gonna be a video about that. The first thing you want to do into being happy is to not care about what anybody thinks. Stop caring about what people think. Stop thinking that people are out to get you, as far as being a victim in your head, such as me. Stop caring about what people think. Stop caring that people are always thinking about you, not in a sense of as if you don't matter, but in a sense of not everybody is catering or thinking about not everybody is thinking about you, so so yeah, this video is for people who are very just trying to get out of their head, get out their ego, and who are just very just sensitive and take things personal all the time. It's also for chosen starseeds who just was born into toxic families and was treated differently because of their difference, because of their aura. Let me just say that. It's also for you guys too. But yeah, you know, like, first step is to not care about what people think. I know I have a tendency to always care about what people think and what people say and stuff all the time, because I easily get triggered, and that actually leads to people just messing with you. And if you're like a person who easily gets offended, such as I easily gets offended over things, you'll find that, you know, you're just sorry. I tend to zone out and stuff. I'm not even really focused on the camera, but who tend to just, like, you know, take things to heart all the time and take things seriously, and just being like really a fool and kind of like immature, such as I. So this video is for people, not only like telling people like how to be happy, but like to also, I'm also putting myself out there as well too. So you know, yeah. So another thing, second thing, as far as like how to be happy, is to do what makes you happy. If you have any passions, if you have any goals, if you have any, you know, just do what makes you happy, and don't care about what anybody else thinks of you. Yeah, if you have any passions, if you have any goals, you know, work on those passions, work on those goals. Don't put yourself down. Don't hold yourself back because somebody said something. You know, like, for example, if you're a artist like me, and you did this drawing, and then you went to show it to one of your family members or one of your friends, and they went and they was teasing at you and they laughed at you. Like, don't let what they said dictate on whether or not you should stop doing it. You should stop making art, or you should stop making music, or whatever. I have a tendency to do that too, where I'll let something of what somebody said dictate whether or not I should continue moving forward as well too. So and making these videos is gonna help all of us. It's gonna help me in a sense, but just for all of us, because I know that everybody is not, I'm not alone in this, and that there's somebody out there who's going through the same thing, such as me. So yeah, like, you know, just don't let that dictate whether or not you should, like, continue to move forward, you know. Yeah. So don't let that define you, as far as like if you should continue you know, moving forward with your goals and your passions and things in life. Yeah. So the third thing on how to be happy is your doubts. Not doubts, my bad. Well, I guess so. Yeah, the third thing on how to be happy is to, not always get in your head about things. Not always think that you're the only person who's like suffering and struggling and going through some stuff internally, mentally or whatever. Know that there's somebody that's always going through worse situations than you, and that you should, and again, this is for somebody out there who's going through something, but this is also me kind of talking to myself, so I don't want to trigger anybody, because I'm also battling my own demons in a way. So this is also for that as well too. So this is not personal. If anybody that has a sensitive heart like I do, it's not personal. So don't take it personal. It's not meant to be. It's just to help. It's just to help us see. So but yeah, to not be in your head all the time, and to not think that you're the only one struggling, going through things and all of that, because everybody's going through something. Everybody is upset at something, mad about something in their life, or they're just, situations and circumstances. So yeah. So that's kind of, just don't get in your head about stuff like I do, and be like, well, it's the reason why I'm not doing X, Y, and Z, and I know that I should be doing what I need to be doing, to improve in life and to grow. So yeah, that's kind of the third thing, to be happy. Don't think that, really, really count on yourself, and know that you can be anything, do anything, and have anything that you want. Because this life is free. It's very free. And again, I'm also talking to myself too. So this is, if anybody resonates with what I'm talking about, then yeah. So that's yeah. So the fourth thing, as far as on how to be happy, is to know that there's always a chance to hold on how to be happy. There's always a chance to mature in some kind of way, to not always be down about things, to not always just be be kind of just airy about things, and that it's okay to be upset about things, and to cry about things, and to be sad, but to not dwell in that, to not stay in that, and yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. So just not, as I've said before, not to dwell on anything, because you're being the one kind of causing your own misery, in a sense. To not be miserable and to, you know, pull yourself together in a way, not to stay in that, you know, not to attach yourself to that, like me. Just to be happy and to know that nobody really is concerned that much. And it's not to like diminish, but it's just nobody's really concerned about whether or not you should be happy, you know, because that's really up to you. You have to decide that, you know. So that's kind of like what I struggle with too, as far as like I'm always thinking about or dependent as to whether or not that person excuse me, that person should make me happy, you know. Because sometimes it's not really anybody else's job to make you happy. You have to kind of make yourself happy. So that's definitely something I've been struggling with, as far as like, you know, trying to make myself happy in a sense, and to like not really care on whether or not somebody, you know, somebody did something, and you know, like not really being like dependent, you know, kind of being detached in a sense, as far as if on whether or not somebody, or whether or not you should be happy. But yeah, like, you know, and just, you know, do what you know you should do and feel good about it. Feel good. You are open to your own happiness. You are open to whether or not you can be happy or not. Like you're open to it. Like you are the cause of your own happiness, or you're the cause happiness, growth, or you're the cause of your own misery and destruction. So yeah, you know, just be happy. Just be like a kid. How kids, they don't really like, they'll get upset about something, but they don't, eventually they know to just not really stay in that, and they just move forward, you know. They don't really dwell into that. You know that it's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel depressed about something. And yeah, that you're not alone in that, and that somebody else is struggling or going through the same thing. Let me just say that. And yeah. What's I getting ready to say? So, what's the fifth thing? I don't really think there's any fifth thing of being happy. Just, you know, don't always play victim. Don't always be a victim in your head. Like, if you know somebody did something dirty or said something dirty, just be like, this bothered me, this triggered me, what can I do about it? I mean, I know I have to follow my own advice, but yeah, just be like, this bothered me, this triggered me, what can I learn about it? You know, stuff like that. And to not really let that define you. To not let that define your essence, your soul, your heart. To not let that define you. You know. Yeah. And to know that nothing is really lost. You're always capable of getting out of it. You know, if you're depressed right now, if you're sad, if you're going through something right now, to know that you're capable of getting out of it, and that you don't have to stay in that dark hole forever. And yeah, you don't have to stay in that dark hole forever. You can get out of it. You don't have to stay in it forever. You know, and yeah. So I guess that's kind of what I have to say. But these are like 5 things, I guess, on how to be happy. So, because I've definitely been going through it with myself personally as well too. And yeah, because I kind of just been like not really been happy with myself. And that to know that whatever it is that you are going through, just know that it's not forever. It's not forever. And that you don't have to stay in it. You don't have to stay in that. You know, things are always changing. Things are always shifting. Everything is changing. The planet is changing. You know, people are changing. People change. Birds, animals, whatever. So we know there's nothing lost, in that you don't have to dwell in stuff that doesn't make you happy. It just makes you more mad, you know. It makes you more of what you don't want to be, you know. And you want to be happy, right? You want to be happy. So yeah, just don't dwell into that stuff. You don't have to stay in it forever. This is just, and again, this is for anybody who resonates. I know everybody is not really resonating, or maybe, I don't know, but yeah. You know. So yeah. I would say the 6th thing, as far as like how to be happy. I know I said 5, but I got more that I could give out. Is making sure you get a life and have a social circle. I don't really have as much friends. I only have one friend, but you know, that whenever you're going through something, make sure you always have that person that you always can talk to and share, you know, with whatever you're going through. If that person is your close friend or family, and they care about you, like really care about you. And I'm not talking about on the fake stuff. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about on no fake stuff. I'm talking about really caring, like really being like, oh, you know what? I understand, that type of thing. Not just like actually listening, not just being like, yeah, I hear you. Sorry. Be like, yeah, I hear you, and they don't really care. They just act like they do, type thing, like fake stuff like that. Like making sure that you have somebody that's actually of a support and that actually cares. That's somebody that you can, you know, go to when you're off, when you're feeling depressed, rather if you're going through like a breakup or, you know, something. you know. And yeah, I guess that would be like the fifth thing, or no, my bad, the sixth thing, as far as being like, be happy in life, you know, and that none of this really, like, you don't have to stay in your dark hole forever, and that you can get out of it, and that it doesn't last forever. None of it lasts forever. None of this lasts forever, you know. I know I have the tendency when I do go negative and I get very dark and stuff like that, that I'll dwell in it and I'll stay in it forever. You know, I don't do what I need to do to pull myself back up, pull myself out of it. So yeah, yeah. So, you know, and just be happy. Like, life's really too short, and, you know, tomorrow's not really promised for anybody. So, you know, just be and do what you can. Go watch your favorite movie, go eat your favorite food or whatever, go walk or something. Go do something of an activity or something. Go help an animal, you know. Go help a homeless person, you know. I know that's also is a form of happiness too, when you are helping people and you're not just in your own stuff, you know. Also knowing that, again, somebody else is going through the same thing too. And yeah, so I guess that's like the sixth thing, as far as like trying to be happy in life. Especially if you're going through something, if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through, you know, especially if you're like an emotional attached person like me. Like, I know if I like somebody, I quickly get attached to them, and I quickly like start to become clingy, and that's another video. I'm gonna tell you like how to stop being clingy and stuff like that, because I'm definitely somebody, and I used to think that like it was wrong, you know, it was wrong. Yeah, so just, you know, just be happy and don't worry about anything. You know, if it's bills you gotta pay and all that stuff, like, I'm not even out on my own yet, but as far as like having my own place to live and stuff like that, because I'm still living with family. But if you got, you know, bills and stuff you gotta pay, and you got kids and it's stressful, just woosah. Don't worry about anything, because it'll always be taken care of. You know. So yeah, I hope this helped, and I hope this, for anybody that sees this video, can, like, you know, resonate with what I'm talking about again, and definitely resonate for starseeds and intergalactic aliens, whatever. You know, yeah. So just be happy, know that you're not alone, and that, you know, you can always pull yourself out of that dark hole that you fell in, you know. And don't remain attached all the time, you know. Kind of be a sense of kind of like awareness, like, you know, why is this like affecting me, you know, why am I so bothered by it? That's definitely something I have to work on, as far as like asking myself, like, why am I so bothered by things? And I'll be like, yeah, like your victim mindset will be like, no, because it was a fucked up thing. But it was. People are humans. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. You know, people are going to say things, do things, and you know, it's all a matter of how you perceive it. It's all a matter of how you interpretate it, and vice versa. So yeah. And that, you know, if you're somebody who's sensitive and always take things personal, such as I, and that nobody's really out to get you. Nobody is attacking you, you know. Sometimes if it does trigger you, if it does bother you, it's something that you have to kind of, you know, learn from, in a way. Like, okay, I don't know, but it's to help you grow, in a way. It's to help you grow. So yeah. So that's just for anybody who's like, this is just for anybody who's sensitive and, you know, want to be happy and doesn't want to be depressed and stuff anymore, and want to, you know, rise up and get out of that hole you've been in and stuff like that. So yeah, and to not care about what anybody thinks. Like, everybody is going through the same thing. We're all humans, even though some of us come from different star systems, but we're all human at the end of the day. We're all here together, and you know, we are going through something. We're all going through some sort of pain, you know, some sort of loss, some sort of, you know, like, you know, you just don't stay in it forever, like I do. So yeah, and to not drive yourself crazy and stuff. So yep. But I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. But I just want to let anybody know out there that they're not alone, and that definitely, if you're somebody who grew up in a family where you were just like an outcast, you know, you were an outcast, and you were treated, you were the black sheep, and all of that you're not alone in that. If you feel kind of like alone and outcasted, and like, you know, if you are feeling like you're outcasted or treated as the black sheep in the family, or in friend groups or whatever, it's not just family, like you could be friend groups, they can treat you like as if you don't belong, make you feel like you don't belong anywhere type thing, that you're not alone. You're not alone, and that's a good sign. That means that you're one of us. It means that you're one of us, as I said in my previous video. So yeah, I hope this helps anybody out there. I really hope that this touched somebody in a way that it can help uplift them, and not keep things low, you know. So, and that I'm here, you know, I'm your friend, you know, and that you don't have to be alone, and that, you know, whatever it is that you're going through, that darkness or whatever.